Well, hello. Welcome back to my channel. This is Beauty Bubble. I have not seen you guys in such a very long time. You'll notice in the description it says DE Challenge. That means Daryl Eves, basically the granddaddy of YouTube. I'm going through his challenge. It's a 30-day challenge in order to elevate an outreach that one would have on YouTube. And specifically for me, how do you resurrect a channel that has been dormant since December 2018? Check that out. December 2018 was the last time that anyone saw me go live on YouTube. I made one little snafu when I was doing multi-streaming, and I hit the button to go live on YouTube and then quickly had turned it off for a variety of reasons. You have not seen me on YouTube. One is that uh, I really didn't understand about viewership. I didn't understand really how to grow a channel. That was never kind of a direct intention. I just came on YouTube, I delivered information, I just left it up to the YouTube gods to connect with whoever would run across my content, maybe see my tweet, maybe learn about me in a forum, etc. And so there was never really a bigger intention. In the early days, of course, I had a lot of aspirations in bringing a live chart, a real-time live chart to you here on YouTube, where not only myself but other traders from all over the world would talk about the chart in a non-guru method. But of course, what has happened, and I know that you know this, in watching YouTube, everybody is a guru. Everyone that discusses the market is a guru and very almost not really open to other people's ideas or the way that they want to, um, you know, go through their mechanisms with you. And being that I'm not really a teacher, it always pleased me to have many traders talk about the charts. But there are forums out there. There are big forums out there. Today they're on Discord, Telegram, TeamSpeak, the Mumble, these fascinating forums that have learned to enjoy one another. And it's just not been anything for me exactly. And so the balance here is that how can I bring you what I know, but make sure that you're learning something that you want to learn about or that you want to view about. So I did with some thinking. I thought, I'm going to go back to the legacy charts. I'm going to bring you 3 names as often as I can, probably just a couple of times a week, and not for long form. Something under 10 minutes or so. And I'm going to bring you the Shopify chart, Etsy, potentially Amazon, and there was one other that I was going to bring. Talked about it when I was out on Shopify, Etsy, Zoom, and talk to you more about how micro wealth can be established using these companies, but also balancing that out with looking at the chart just from a practical standpoint. Learn a little bit about the fundamentals of the company, learn who runs the companies, look at the chart for where they are, and start kind of modeling uh, your micro wealth uh, into knowing kind of what the trend is for the company and how you might be able to shift your product mix, for example, shift the amount of maybe ramping up a certain kind of advertising. Maybe you need to start talking about your product live, which is kind of my jam. Like, what are the things that you need to do so that you're not sitting there on your Shopify, on your Etsy, and you're wondering, how come I'm not getting the traction? What possibly is it? And perhaps by just looking at the company's from a very practical viewpoint, of course, using Ruby to follow what's happening with price, the market participation, and how that can balance out maybe decisions that you're making in the future about your micro wealth earned on these platforms. So that's kind of the thing. The Dale Eves Challenge goes for an entire month. It's actually the entire month of September. So we're just going to see whether or not you guys are out there. Am I putting the right keywords? Am I bringing you the a quality of content that that you'll engage with me in the comment section and things of that nature. So there's a whole bunch of really cool stuff that I'm learning about under the hood of YouTube that I kind of sort of knew about, that I kind of sort of didn't feel like that was my style of broadcasting. But sometimes, right, as we know, we have to shift our thinking and we have to learn a new skill set, and that's kind of what the process is. And I had always promised, even from the beginning that I was on YouTube, that what I would do is do my very best to work and get better at it over time. And of course, what I did was I learned better over time. I was never able to translate that into a broadcast for you guys. I think I did really well with OBS when I was over at Twitch. I was very happy about the OBS over Twitch, but these were during the times when, big trader people, trader marketers were on YouTube, and I just went over to Twitch really just to, air quote, hide under a rock and just kind of mind my own business. So when people have been asking me, Judy, where have you been? I've been minding my own business in this field and learning about live streaming, certainly more so. And I've got so much to share with you about how important it is for you to lift your head up and learn how to live stream for yourself, whether it's you're looking for a job, you're looking for micro wealth, whatever it might be, you have some sort of a campaign or a hobby. It's very important that you learn how to live stream because, it's quite obvious that in order for us to be good storytellers, good neighbors, good communicators, that we do have to learn these techniques. The one that I use is the podcasting technique, where I simply use an image. I have a little bit of graphic art here that says my handle, and that's really pretty much all that you're going to see from me. I'm going to try and keep it really baseline. So let's get going. All right, this is the one-day Shopify chart. The symbol is shop. That's really easy to remember, SHOP. We've done the graphic on a daily because I wanted you to know a couple of things that we're able to do now in the charting is that you are seeing Shopify on a daily chart. So we know, of course, those are daily bars, but we have the indicator Ruby built 841 243 built on the 1 hour. God bless us, really. So you can actually see the basic training of Ruby on the hour, but you're looking at it from a daily view. So you've got this big, nice view of what's been happening with Shopify. You can make the obvious connection if you had not been looking at Shopify when you should have been looking at Shopify, which is when the Shopify turned the 841 cross to the upside and was supported by the massive 243. Check it out. That's the blue line right there. The 243 has been holding and commanding the entire move of Shopify until recently. And what makes it very exciting now is we're coming into the fourth quarter of retail sales. This is where all of the micro wealth exists for people that are selling homemade goods, home brewed goods, bespoke goods. Amazon, of course, goes into its fourth quarter. The fourth quarter of any period for any person that is exchanging goods for cash, this is your life. And it starts when? At the end of September, starting with October. October, November, December. Those are your power months. If you're not ready for those power months in the month of September, you have what looks like Shopify right now. So I could say, well, Shopify is under a lot of pressure to fail to the downside, a lot of pressure, because they're not ready to scale. I could say that to Toby. Toby, what is the problem? Because people do not have the products. It is very difficult to be creative when we are under stress like we have been. Maybe the individual creator doesn't go through so much stress, but when you're trying to support a family or trying to just make ends meet, living out a dream maybe even, there will be a tension point. And you can see in Shopify that because it is product driven, it relies on sellers on the platform to work and grow. Something has happened recently, and we're going to be examining this. Maybe we'll get a little tighter into the chart, go into the fundamentals, also to see what in the world is the problem, and are they going to address it so that Shopify can continue to run to the upside, because it is one of the few companies, right? It's been IPO'd, fantastic founder, amazing platform, and it's quite obvious that people want to have this experience for themselves and be able to have micro wealth as being an option, to their fiscal health. So let me take a little bit of a breath and make sure that we are doing okay. So it's giving me a couple of warnings. The stream's current bit rate is lower than the recommended. We recommend that you do something. And let me see what the problem is with my bit rate. Let's see if I can correct that. See, it's saying that I'm good. My stream health is good. All right, then. I don't know why. I'll just keep up with it though. So I may have to ramp up something, but I'm not really too sure what they want me to do. So I'll have to look into that. Warning, the stream's current bit rate 31967 is lower than the recommended bit rate. And then we've been at what, 12 minutes? Okay, yeah. So we need to wrap it up here. That's what it's going to look like by seeing me coming back onto YouTube. I thank you very much if you run across the stream because, well, you got lucky. I do appreciate it. And of course, part of this is building up the followership. It's absolutely nothing, right? It doesn't cost anything to follow my channel and see what it is that we can do here together. So this has been Beauty Bubble for the DE Challenge. That's the Daryl Eves Challenge, where I show you the Shopify chart today. And as I said, we'll look into Etsy and Zoom and eBay, and we'll take a look at a slew of charts as we move along. But I'm going to keep it very specific. This is just an image so that we don't have an issue with the trading view part of life. So it's just a simple image. I will do it over on Twitter as well so that you can expand it if you'd like to for yourself. I appreciate you very, very much. And as always, I don't even know if I have like a solid see you soon kind of thing, but yo, yo, yo. To the yo, yo, yo. And for you, we made it, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye now.